Hello, I'm Marvin Rosete, and this presentation is for EDuC 730, and I will be discussing the communication models of change for political party organizations. In my problem practice, I will be discussing communication models of how party organizations in Washington state could reduce their public disclosure violations. In the presentation, we'll be describing political party organizations and the stakeholders that run them. We'll look at the party organization's current communication pattern, and then look at what would be the best communication model for a changing organization. Afterwards, we'll take a look at the action plan that would help make change happen. To describe the organization and its stakeholders, let's take a look at typical political parties. Currently, the Democratic Party organizations are traditionally structured with a chair, vice chair, secretary, and treasurer. In most cases, these few officers are responsible for the fiscal accountability of the organization, sometimes with the help of paid consultants or other volunteers with superior knowledge about public disclosure laws. But this is few and far between. Ideally, to make up for any knowledge, motivation, or organizational gaps about compliance with the state's Public Disclosure Commission, more individuals could be involved to assist the organization remain compliant with the state's regulations. Currently, when communicating knowledge within the party structure, there's little or no training of the officers and little or no communication about the importance of compliance to the group as a whole. Unless required or necessary, expertise about public disclosure is neither shared or expanded amongst the small group of elected officers or paid experts. Oftentimes, members are either isolated from the process of public disclosure or are simply not aware of the rules or efforts needed to comply with the state's public disclosure laws. So what is the best organizational communication change model to make this happen? Well, there are two. First is the Leader Membership Exchange, or LMX, that creates constructive relationships with members at all levels of the organization. This is ideal for the volunteer-driven organizations like political parties. Next, a model is needed to view the internal elements of an organization's design. This ensures the organization is aligned to meet its own goals. This would be the McKinstry 7S model that looks at 7 internal elements looking to ensure they interrelate in a unified manner. In showing the action plan, we can see the 7 communication elements that the McKinstry 7S model uses. There is assembling, or who will deliver training in a party organization. Second is accumulation, or production of wisdom, which determines what knowledge we have or need. Third, action as hypothesis. We look at how all stakeholders are involved with improving practices or reducing violations for the organization. Fourth is conserving resources. What tools do we have now? Fifth is the implementation of the plan, along with the sixth, which is the continuous feedback on the plan. Finally is storytelling, which is for the stakeholders to share their experiences or if more training is required. In summary, coordinating communications is necessary to enact any action plan. For political party organizations specifically, it's best to create a mixture of personal relationships with leadership as in the LMX model. Also, along with adapting the specific elements of the McKinstry 7S model, communicating and monitoring actions could allow for successful desired outcomes for the organization.